Hi, this is going to be an extension to my YouTube video on my program that downloads YouTube videos. And before I showed you the source code to that program, but I never really explained it, and I just sort of scrolled through it. And it was also written in a language called PowerBasic, which is a language that not many people use. So you guys probably couldn't understand or weren't able to get anything out of it. In this video, I'm going to show you this pseudocode that I have here that I actually discovered on my own just messing around with a program that I downloaded. And it's called, let's see, it's over here. It's called YouTube Fisher. And it's a C# program that just downloads YouTube videos, and that's all it does. I was looking for some better source code because my program just utilized YouTube DL, which was kind of a junky way of doing it because all it really did was shelled YouTube DL with the download link. So it wasn't actually like downloading the YouTube video itself. It was just utilizing the other program. So I didn't actually really know how to download YouTube videos. I was just using somebody else's program. But now I was able to figure it out, and it's not that complicated. A lot of people say that you have to have this thing where it like sends requests to the server, and then the server sends back information and stuff like that. It's really not like that. All you have to do is you have to get the source of the YouTube page. So I'll show you how to do this manually because I don't have my program written yet. And then after I have my program written, I'll make another video. But here it is. So I have the source of a YouTube page right here. So this is simply just a random YouTube video that I found. It's nothing special, just one that like I just randomly came across. So what you have to do is you have to start out by finding right here YT player config equals. So when you're writing a program, you start out by getting all this HTML code of the YouTube page. So I mean they have like example programs that show you how to download HTML pages. So you can just use that and download all the HTML and store it into a string. Then you search it for this, and then you also search it for a closing bracket, which is right here, or a closing parentheses right there. So, and then you store all of that into a string. So everything in between this part and this part, you store that into a string variable. Because that's all you need. The URLs are actually contained right here inside of all of this. You don't need to send weird data to the server and get responses or anything like that. It is actually embedded directly in the page itself. You just have to know how to parse it properly. So what you want to do is after you have this area stored into a string variable, you want to search for URL equals. So I have down here in my Firefox find, I typed in URL equals, and so I hit next, and you can see it takes me over, it's not quite big enough, right here. It takes me to the first URL equals. There's going to be several of them. Each URL equals consists of a different video format and quality. There should be like 3 or 4, but it depends on what the video is and what the quality of the original video was that was uploaded. But so here's the first one. So all you really have to do is scan that string variable that you've collected for URL equals, and then you need to collect everything after the URL equals up until a backslash. So what you want to do is, starting here, you want to collect all of this, and you want to collect all the way, I have to go slowly, all the way until here. See how there's a backslash right there? Not a forward slash, a backslash right there. and you want to collect all of that. So what I'm going to do is try to copy that. It's kind of hard though with this capture program going, but I'm going to try that. And I think, yeah, it's not going to move to the side, so what I have to do is I have to just copy this whole row and then use Notepad. Let's see. Okay, so I have a new Notepad here, paste it in there. Okay, now I just need to go and find the first backslash. So let's see. And it is right here, right there. So I just need this. So I'm going to copy that, make a new file. And so this is the URL to one of the videos. And so all that needs to be done is these hex codes need to be removed from it and turned into actual characters. And once that is done, there you have it. That's the link to the video. That's it. You don't need to do anything else. So what you have to do is, I wrote a quick program in Power Basic. You guys could probably use Visual Basic for this, as it's almost exactly the same code. It's pretty much syntax compatible. But here's what I wrote. This was just a quick thing just to test this out. Like I said, I'm going to actually write a full program to do this and demonstrate it later, so you guys can like understand what's going on. But this is just a quick thing I put together, and it's called parse link, and all it does is it takes those hex codes, like see how it says HTTP 3A 2F 2F? It'll just simply take this stuff and convert it back into the string that it's meant to be, which would be : //. So it will convert that, and then there are a bunch of other ones, like see there's more here and here. It will convert all that back into normal format. So in order to just pass this through the program, I'm just going to save it. I have to save it under link text save. Yes. Okay, and it outputs the fixed file as fixed.txt on my RAM disk. So I go and let's see, right here. And these, I use this folder for my temporary stuff, so there's a lot of crap in it. But yeah, that's what all that stuff is. But anyway, link. There's the link. And now I just run this. And now, inside of fixed, now this should be the same one unless it didn't replace it. I don't know. Yeah. So this is the fixed link. As you can see, it changed the stuff back into its actual character, like that. And right here you can see how it has commas. YouTube was kind of strange and actually put a double right here, like it put 2 of them, so it had to go through it like twice, but it ended up working anyway, so I don't know why, but it just works. But yeah, so it converts it into this, and then you simply download this URL. You can copy and paste it directly into your browser, or you can use code. Obviously is what I'm going to be doing, is using code to download this, and then you just rename it to a FLV or MP4 depending on the format. But yeah, so if I just copy this and I go into my browser, do a new tab, paste, and I think it should open a QuickTime box because it'll recognize it. Yeah. So it just opened, you can't see the whole thing, but it just opened the video. See, it says video MP4 object. So it's actually playing in my browser right now. It's streaming the exact video file. So yeah, that's how it works. And to be able to know the format, you look for quality equals and type equals. If I go back into the source, you can see that right here I have URL equals. If I go forward, Hold on, I think I went a little bit too far. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, okay. So here's the first backslash right here after the URL equals, the first backslash. So you can see that after that we have equality equals HD 1080, so that's 1080p HD. So that's how you know what the quality of that URL is. It's whatever the quality equals that's right directly after this backslash thing. And then you can see over here, see how it says type video MP4. So what'll happen is when you use that thing to convert this, it should say whatever that actual character is, so it won't look weird like that. So it will just say video MP4 or something, or whatever that is. So yeah, in the program, the example program that I downloaded, which was YouTube Fisher, this thing, the way that they do it is they actually, what is it called? A JSON file, and I mean a JSON parser, and it's called JObject. That's their JSON. And so what they're doing is they're just using that to parse through that code that I was showing before. So that's like a better way to do it. But in my code, I'm going to actually be doing it like natively without any libraries. So I'm going to simply parse it using like the standard string parsing like functions that you would find in a normal language. So that's how they did it. This is a C# code, and it's open source, so you can download it right on, I don't think it's SourceForge, but it's, let's see, Codeplex. And it's just right there, so you just go to source code and download it right here. And you should be running Visual Studio 2010 or 2008 should work. I'm running 2010 here. But I don't know C# that well, so when I make my actual video on how to program this, it's going to be done in VB, either VBNet or VB6. I haven't decided quite yet, because even though VBNet would be more helpful for most people because it's newer and that's what most people use, I'm not as good at it, so it would be a lot more efficient for me to do it in VB6. So I think I'll probably do it in VB6 and then maybe later on just show how I would do it in VBNet. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. So yeah, thanks for watching.